Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News, the headlines. The D.E.C thought to bring LUNGU'S case to its logical conclusion. The UPND'S stands on CADRES in markets and bus stations annoys stakeholders. Join me with the midday news in detail after this commercial.
Would you like to win some cool cash? Say no more. Stand a chance to win your share of 1 million kwacha. Simply make a transaction from your Zamtel mobile money account and you could be one of weekly winners of up to 10,000 kwacha. Be empowered with Zamtel mobile money. Dial *344# to activate your account. This promotion runs from 28th July to 31st October 2021. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the media news in detail. Republican President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed government's commitment to promoting good governance, job creation, lowering the cost of living, and ensuring that the rule of law is returned in the country. The head of state was speaking when former British Prime Minister Tony Blair paid a courtesy call on him Wednesday at State House. President Hichilema adds that his government will also ensure that bilateral ties between Zambia and the United Kingdom are strengthened as the two countries have come a long way.
We've had together, and if there's any way my institute can help, we would be delighted to do so. I think it's a very exciting moment for the country, and it's been frankly a great privilege and honor to come here and speak with you and your team.
For our youth, who put us in office, for our women, rural women included, for clean water. That's what will make our people have job, not just job, but self-employment, if I may say so. Business opportunities. It is trade and investment. It's an economic road platform we want our relationships to be built on. And we understand your institute is doing good work. Bradford and I visited your institute sometime in the UK, and you were, I think, out traveling at the time. So we had a good conversation. So we'd like to see if there's something we can do in our quest to make the lives of the people of Zambia better. As Prime Minister, you did many things well. But as you left office, I think you picked a lot more things on how things can be done better. We want to avoid reinventing the wheel here. We want to learn from the things you did better, the things that are done better in other countries, so we can accelerate benefits which we deliver or intend to deliver to our people. So that's important to us. But also because in your institute now you are interacting with various governments, lots of changes that have taken place in the world, global issues, climate issues, global climate issues. The importance of making sure that we run what we run, business we run in an environmentally acceptable way so we can support the generations of the future, even before.
The statement by United Party for National Development Lusaka Province Chairperson Obvious Moliteta that the party will set up branches in all parts of the country, including bus stations and markets, has continued to annoy traders and bus drivers operating within Lusaka Central Business District. Mr. Moliteta made this statement Sunday during a media address, stating that the CADRES would have ever not be allowed to collect levies from people operating within these areas. He, however, went back on his statement, saying his views were misrepresented by some media houses. And in an interview with Camnet News, bus drivers and market traders operating from City and Soweto Market fear that the said CADRES will again begin soliciting levies from them should they be allowed anywhere near these facilities.
For many years, Zambian citizens operating in bus stations and markets have resented the idea of political party cadres being found at these facilities, as they have been collecting levies from them, which are meant for local authorities. Traders and bus drivers have been complaining that they are sometimes subjected to double levies, as they have to pay to local authorities and to cadres who harass them should they refuse to pay. President Hakainde Hichilema announced that this trend will not be allowed in the New Dawn government and instructed for all political party cadres, regardless of political affiliation, to be flushed out of these places. UPND Lusaka Province Chairman Mr. Obvious Moliteta, however, during a media briefing Sunday, stated that the party will create branches in all areas across the country, including markets.
that my cadres will have branches everywhere, including the markets. The only thing they want to do is to take charge, to take the responsibility of the council. But our branches will be there because we're a political party with numbers.
Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Garin Kombo, was on hand Tuesday to clarify that this hinges on the freedom of association.
To this association of churches, political parties, and any other grouping existing in these facilities, and that they will not, underlined, they will not have anything to do with the running of these facilities.
However, traders and bus drivers at City and Soweto markets in Lusaka have received these statements with displeasure, stating that cadres should not be allowed anywhere near markets as they will soon begin demanding levies from them. Meanwhile, a University of Zambia political scientist, Mr. Innocent Masiku, says the UPND should only speak one voice against cadres being found in markets if they truly intend to end this vice.
If they are not well coordinated, we have a situation where this particular leader says this, the other one comes and says a different thing. He was very clear about the issues of cadreism. So it is important that even the other leaders of the party are able to follow what the president said.
He asked that the resounding victory for the party in government during the just ended general elections indicates that citizens want to see things done differently. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
A governance activist, Sam Zulu, has charged that the failure by police to find those who have been spraying unknown chemicals on citizens in incidences which have come to the known as gassing is giving the criminals more confidence to continue terrorizing citizens. This follows a case of alleged gassing of pupils from Wiantanshi Technical School in Chingola, where it has been reported that over 100 pupils were sprayed with unknown chemicals Tuesday morning. Mr. Zulu says the police should be ashamed of not being able to tell the nation who is behind these incidents, stating that all necessary charges should be made in the police service to ensure that they work efficiently and give Zambians the answers they want.
Only 1 year after the country witnessed a series of incidents where unknown people were going around people's homes and public institutions spraying unknown chemicals, the perpetrators seem to be at it again, following the suspected spraying of pupils from Wiantanshi Technical School in Chingola Tuesday, where over 100 pupils have reportedly been affected and hospitalized. Speaking to Camnet News, a governance activist, Mr. Sam Zulu, says this is a matter that should be actively followed by state and investigative institutions in the country for it to be concluded. He adds that the recent incident shows that criminals have nothing to fear as they feel that they cannot be brought to book, hence threatening the peace and security in the country.
Let me take up this opportunity to adopt the position taken by the Judiciary and Allied Workers Union of Zambia in asking all investigating agencies of government to take investigations of matters of a criminal nature seriously. The country is waiting for results. The country is extremely expectant, especially that these incidences have affected a lot of people, and as such, they want life, or we would demand that life returns to normalcy in this country.
In 2020, when the country experienced similar cases which came to be known as gassing incidents, suspected gassers were apprehended by members of the public and set ablaze in acts of mob justice. The governance activist adds that if not well managed, the country may begin to see this trend resurface, which would destroy the image of Zambia as a peaceful nation and may even have the potential of discouraging investors as they seek to invest in countries that enjoy a peaceful atmosphere. Mr. Zulu has therefore called for further changes to be made in the police service to see the issue of gassing reaching its logical conclusion to the satisfaction of citizens. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
In other news, a governance expert, Ruben Lifuka, has urged the Drug Enforcement Commission to bring the case involving Konkola Copper Mine provisional liquidator, Milingo Lungu, to its logical conclusion. The Drug Enforcement Commission has arrested the provisional liquidator for Konkola Copper Mines, Milingo Lungu. Mr. Lungu, aged 43, of plot 22763 Mpulungu Road, Roma, has since been charged for obtaining money by false pretense amounting to $2,200,000 US. Mr. Lungu has also been charged with money laundering and theft amounting to 110,400 million kwacha and $250,000 US. But Mr. Lifuka says law enforcement wings must ensure that they do their background work properly and must not be making statements with the view of exciting the general public. He says securing a conviction in such a case must be the ultimate goal in order to deter would-be offenders. And Commission spokesperson Matthias Kamanga said the Commission has announced that 6 people have been implicated in the theft of 624,700 kwacha from a mobile money network operator in Zambia.
One could fairly say the country is in a governance cleanup as law enforcement agencies get to serious working mode following pronouncement by the New Dawn government that justice must prevail and the rule of law must be upheld. Under the UPND government, law enforcement wings such as the AntiCorruption Commission and the Drug Enforcement Commission have been very active, and most people who served in the previous administration are major casualties. Wednesday, 29 September 2021, the Drug Enforcement Commission disclosed that it received a total of 90 reports during this period, of which 3 were received just before the election, while 87 after the general election. Commission Public Relations Officer Matthias Kamanga told a media briefing in Lusaka Wednesday that the Commission has arrested 6 suspects from a named mobile network operator for theft.
A total of 624,700 kwacha, property of the said mobile network operator without lawful authority. The suspects were released on police bond and will appear in court soon.
First of all, we refresh your memories on how the KCM issue started under the Patriotic Front administration led by President Edgar Lungu.
We have served the documents on the mine management. The ZCCM-IH, as you know, commenced a petition against KCM, and the grounds of that petition is that they've lost confidence in the manner that the mine and the business and assets are being managed. So on that ground, they've petitioned the court that the KCM should be wound up for just and equitable reasons. Following that petition, they applied for a provisional liquidator, and I was appointed to be provisional liquidator.
In the meantime, the Drug Enforcement Commission has arrested provisional liquidator for Konkola Copper Mines, Milingo Lungu, for obtaining money by false pretense. Mr. Lungu has also been charged with money laundering and theft amounting to 110.4 million kwacha and 250,000 US.
The allegations are that Mr. Milingo Lungu, jointly and whilst acting together with other persons unknown, on dates unknown, but between 22nd May 2019 and 15th August 2021, did engage in theft involving 110.4 million kwacha and 250,000 US. It is further alleged that he obtained money by false pretenses amounting to $2.2 million, and he has also been charged for money laundering on the same amounts. The money is said to have come into his possession by virtue of him being the provisional liquidator for Konkola copper mines.
Meanwhile, governance expert Luben Rifuka is optimistic that the D.E.C. has done its homework to be able to bring the matter to its logical conclusion.
So our call to D.E.C., SEC, and all the other law enforcement agencies is to be thorough in their preparations, and they should do this in a professional manner without necessarily playing to the public gallery, just for them to be seen to be working. That's not why they exist. They don't exist to please the public. They exist to ensure justice is delivered.
Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, the headlines once again. The D.E.C. taught to bring LUNGU'S case to its logical conclusion. The UPND'S stance on CADRES in markets and bus stations annoys stakeholders. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. Good afternoon.